One of my favourite trips of 2018 was on board KLM's Boeing 737 from here in Birmingham to Amsterdam, but there is another airline that operates on the route, and today I'm taking Flybe over to the Netherlands. Why not join me? And welcome to Blake Edgington Airborne. Let's get going. Flybe check-in is found via door A, which in days gone by was known as the Euro Hub and used by British Airways. There's plenty of purple signage to help locate the Flybe desks, and the branding extends right up to the security area before departures. Let's head upstairs. I travel from Birmingham an awful lot, but this was by far the quietest that I've ever seen the departures area. There were very few flights compared to the peak holiday seasons, and the terminal felt deserted. There was some construction taking place for a new food store, and Birmingham has also recently opened a new executive lounge for departing passengers. There are of course a decent number of shops and restaurants in the main waiting area, but Flybe depart from gates 1 to 20, which in my opinion is a much less exciting area of the airport with very little to do. That being said, it does have some smart new toilet facilities with artwork from Birmingham designer Kate Farley, and they were very nice. So that's a quick trip around Birmingham Airport. I would say that it's really quiet this morning, probably the quietest I've seen it for a long time. And also gates 1 to 20 where Flybe depart from, there's not a lot to do there. Anyway, the clock's ticking, it's about time to go and find our aircraft. Flybe are Europe's largest independent airline and carry 8 million passengers per year from around 30 UK airports. The airline operates the Embraer 195 aircraft that are on board today on longer routes or those with higher demand. There are, however, plans to remove this aircraft type by 2020 and focus on the Q400 propeller aircraft, which is the backbone of the fleet. Of course, these plans may change due to the much publicised takeover of the airline. Flybe operates a number of flights between Birmingham and Amsterdam throughout the day, and the fares generally are reasonably priced. I paid £44.99 for my flight, which did include seat selection at a cost of £6 for a standard seat. This price was based on the cheapest Just Fly fare class, with hand luggage only. As you can see, the price rises pretty dramatically for the Get More and All-In packages. The Embraer 195 is a single-aisle aircraft with 2 seats either side of the aisle and can carry up to 118 passengers. The cabin is bright and modern with large windows, and each passenger has access to individual reading lights and air vents in a panel above your head. This particular cabin sadly had a bit of wear and tear, particularly in the rear toilet, as you can see. There are no free snacks or drinks offered with Flybe, but they do have a number of items available to purchase from the Cafe Flybe menu. There are a number of special combination offers available, which can save you a little bit of money on board. So we're well on the way to Amsterdam now. Let's take this opportunity to look around the seat area, what you can expect if you were to travel with Flybe on the Embraer 195. I pre-selected my standard economy seat when booking on the Flybe website, and as mentioned earlier, the fee for this was £6. You can choose an extra legroom seat for £15, and for me the best one to go for would be on the overwing exits on row 15. Much like the toilets, my seat wasn't in the best condition, with stains on the tray table which you may just be able to see. There was also dirt from previous flights on the seat back, and the small drinks holder was a little messy too. Don't forget that this was the first flight of the day for the aircraft. The tray table on the Embraer 195 is very large and offers great space to work. Although it can't be adjusted, it's not really necessary. I don't mean to sound too negative here, but more wear can be found in my seat pocket with a very tired looking safety card, although the in-flight magazine and menu were in much better condition, something which can't be said for the broken restraint bar on the pocket itself. Thankfully, a positive note is the legroom on this aircraft, which was pretty impressive and certainly comfortable for this short flight. Here's a better look at the Embraer 195 seats, which in my opinion are very comfortable indeed. The literature provided on my flight by Flybe was plenty for such a short journey. Particularly interesting to me, as always, is the fleet information for the airline and of course the route network, which I use to plan my future journeys. As one of the larger carriers at my local airport Birmingham, there's a good selection of destinations to choose from, and the same does apply at many UK airports. The seatbelt signs have been switched on and we're approaching the end of the flight. Now's a great time to remind you can keep up to date with all of my travels via my social media accounts on Instagram and Twitter. Before we land in the Netherlands, let's hear from the flight deck.
Just comfortable, enjoy the flight, have a safe onward journey, a pleasant stay, thanks so much for flying with us, we hope to see you again soon, bye bye.
So welcome to Amsterdam after that trip with Flybe. If you've not watched one of my videos before, this is the part of the video where I'll share with you my final thoughts on today's whole experience. Starting off in Birmingham, really quiet in the terminal this morning, as I mentioned earlier in the video. And boarding on this flight today was pretty poor. There was only one gate agent able to board our flight, so we boarded by bus, which ordinarily wouldn't be a problem, but it seems to take an absolute eternity. In fact, I was one of the first people on board the bus. We then sat there for over 20 minutes waiting for the passengers to be brought on board. It took a while. Then there was a further delay in Birmingham because the paperwork wasn't quite ready either, so a bit of a thumbs down to the ground staff today. Now, if you've watched this channel before, you'll know I'm a bit of a fan of regional aircraft, in particular the Embraer jets, and I do have a very big soft spot for Flybe. The aircraft today, the Embraer 195, was very smooth, very comfortable, had a really nicely padded seat, and the flight itself was pretty good value for money, not only in the ticket price, but also with the food and drink available on board. However, the aircraft itself looked really tired, as you'd have seen from the video. There was dirt around the cabin, even some bits of damage at my seat area in the toilets, as you'd have seen. And sadly, the crew, they just seemed a little bit disinterested today. They didn't seem to be enjoying themselves, which was a bit sad as well. So would I choose Flybe again in the future? Well, yes, I would, but on this particular route, it's got to be KLM for me. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do leave me your feedback in the comments section below, and of course please do subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Only with your support can it continue to grow. As always, take care.